Hello, everyone. I am Tacit, and welcome to the campaign 19, week 7, day 7, lucky 7. So today, we got ourselves, well, we're going to be going over all the weekly stuff. Next week, well, actually, we got the whole calendar for the next month, so we kind of went over it briefly last night. However, we're going to be getting 2 new pets, the International Cat Day and the International Dog Day, on the first and final Wednesday of next month. Beyond that, we're also going to be having a special holiday event we're going to be having for some kind of fox thing. So we'll be getting a new legend with that, which seems decent, as well as the corresponding pet, golden pet, and everything that normally entails. And that's pretty much everything, aside from the new campaign starting during that duration. And of course the PvP season's still going on. But really pet heavy. That's 4 different pets technically within a month. Almost a new pet every week, essentially, is what it comes down to. So, quite a lot of pets. Beyond that, that's not the one I need. That's also not the one I need. Beyond that, as far as next week is concerned, we have what was it called? The Cry Wolf event. As far as the new troop, it deals some damage to an enemy, boosted by Ghost Gems, and then creates 3 Ghost Gems. And, of course, it does not have boost ratio here, but if I had to guess, it is pointless. Yes, it is, unless you're using an arena. It will be basically 0 damage. So that's a little unfortunate. But yeah, he is unusable. It's a little bit extra green while using green, so he does have that going for him. But a lot of them have these haunted traits that they've been getting this season, and they're just not that good. There just hasn't really been a good Ghost Gem mechanic troop that's been added yet. We've been getting a lot of them, but none of them have been viable. We are getting something that is pretty decent, though. The Doomed, I have never seen that word in my life. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't even know where to start. So, Chard. Fachard? Fachard. Fachard. Have any of you heard of this? I have never seen this word ever. It's French? Okay. That would explain it. Fauchoid? How do you say it with a French accent? Fauchoid. I feel like that's foie. And then chard? Foie chard. Foo chard? I don't know. Foie chard sounds so much better. I'm just going to call it the foie. The foie. Anyways, this thing. If I'm not mistaken, this is the last of the Doomed Spears, isn't it? I gotta double check. Isn't this the final 6th color of the Doom Spears, or am I forgetting one? If we go to Parle Arms, and we go to Doom. Yes. This is the 6th and final spear coming in. Yeah. No, sorry. No, wrong. No, yes, correct. Because we have blue, red, brown, yellow, purple, and of course tomorrow, green. With whatever on earth that thing is. But yes, that will finally complete the 6 of them. Which means, do we actually know on Terran's World? I didn't bother looking this up earlier. But does that mean on Terran's World we know what the next weapon type is for Dooms? Or does it still say to be determined? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It's literally just called Brown TOD weapon. It's not even given a name. That's funny. That is really funny. Yeah, we don't know what they do yet. It's literally called Brown Tower of Doom weapon, Brown Tower of Doom weapon for its ability. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that'll be changed later. But, yeah, we don't currently know. That's unfortunate. The biggest downside, though, is it looks like a shield. I guess it's a coin. That's kind of concerning. Do all the other ones look like coins, too? No, they're all shields. Oh, that's going to be so bad. You know these are going to be so useless. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they're all shields. Yeah. Blue shield. Green shield. That's not a good sign. Purple shield. That means they're almost all pointless. And that's going to be all the Doom weapons we get until, like, early next year. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Obviously, they could be good shields. But generally speaking, when you're talking about a weapon, it being a shield is definitely a downside. Anyways. Alright, other things. Well, we kind of went over through calendar, so I guess we'll go more specifically through calendar. We have a McGrim Woods event next week on Tuesday. And we have a Tower of Doom, of course, because we're getting a Doom weapon. On Tuesday, we'll be having the Hellgate faction. Wednesday, we'll be getting a little Hell Puppy thing. I think it's just McGrim Woods team bonus. Thursday, we have the class event from Grimwoods, which is the Warrens. And Friday, we have expanded faction for... where? Doesn't actually say here where it's being expanded. But if we check Terran's World, we can see that it's expansion for... Tinkertown. Which, again, doesn't have info for some reason. Why does everything still not have info? Nor does the Mythic for next Friday. We can't even see what the next Mythic does. It's still to be determined. Same as the Trooper getting on the same day for Tinkertown. Interesting. Yeah, hopefully we get that info soon. Otherwise, we'll find out this Friday. Anyways, that's pretty much everything then. Yeah, we're getting a new Mythic this Friday. We're getting a new faction troop and faction layout this Friday. So pretty busy Friday for once. Honestly, pretty busy month overall. They packed quite a bit into this month. Probably because there's no update, so they probably packed it with a little bit more content. As there's no update during that time, most likely. Unless they pull one out of nowhere, but otherwise, we shouldn't be getting one. Obviously, we just had the big 8.0 patch the other week. I haven't taken 3 tributes. Gosh, we've been playing Paleo too much today. I haven't even taken my 3rd tribute. I took it like once this morning and then once like as I was eating dinner or something. And I haven't again since. Anyways, let's go clear out everything we need to go do. Top 3 dungeon? Come on, we got 3, bottom 3. Like, we got bottom 3 times in the last 8 days. Come on, it has to be top 3 now. Come on, it has to be top 3 now. It has to be top 3! We got it! I was gonna say, our bottom 3 to top 3 ratio was so out of whack. Yeah, there we go. Let's go hand out an extra code. We'll hand out 2 tonight. We'll hand out 1 right now and 1 in a little bit. There we go. Alright, here you guys go. Well, so I'm running low on codes, so it is almost the next in a month, so we should be getting them soon, TM. But anyways, there you guys go. There is the redeem code. Use on gemswar.com for the game code section. Your invite code is in the same menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. And give same loot as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Alright, let me go say hello to everyone. I didn't say hello to anyone yet. Hope all you guys have been having a wonderful weekend. It doesn't feel like Sunday at all right now. But yeah, we need to go record the, what's his name video tomorrow. But anyways, hello Mark, hello Isabel, hello yeah, hello Draco, hello, hello Chad, hello, Cookie, hello Ricardo, hello, Tyrion, hello Chad, hello Bill, hello, Sushi Ninja. Yeah, Shield over Skea is good. Like, just because a weapon is shield doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. But generally speaking, the way that they balance defensive stuff compared to offensive stuff is almost always worse. But, yeah, there are some examples of shields that aren't horrifically bad. There's even some good mana accumulation ones and a few others here and there, but for the most part, the category of such is pretty bad if we're talking about, like, a buff troop. If we compare it to some other Doom weapons that end up increasing our HP or something similar, if this is doing something like that for armor, it is probably going to be really, 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 really bad. Unless it has some kind of synergy with Rowan or something similar. But we had that ring that did magic and armor, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever it ended up doing. And that was pretty much useless, even on things that you would kind of think it would be usable on, like Tesla, Rowan, Guard's Avatar. Even in those situations, it wasn't even usable. It was just too much downtime for what it did with no real follow-up. And that's the slight problem that Urskia Shield has too. Even though it's really good, you do have to give up a turn to use it. It used to be used with Catches the Bull quite a bit. Actually, no, that was the HP one. Never mind. But Urskia Shield's still mostly used with Rowan and such these days, and it's still viable. That's the big downside of having to give up a turn to utilize it. It is strong enough that giving up that turn is okay value depending on what you're using it for. Definitely a good cheap alternative. And there we go, 120 Dragonite. Okay, now let's see. What can we get to True Perfect? I'm not going to bother pulling this, but what do you think? 4, 5, or 6? Alright, let me go take the diamonds. It is Diamond Day after all. And apparently a very lucky day. We're on double 7s, so no wonder. We should do something really lucky. Okay. I think it's 6. It's definitely 4, though. Which means it's 5. That's a hard one. Also, I need a sip of water. The best shield is a hammer. You bought the that one gold mark thing today? Now you own all 11 immortals and the thing? Now to hoard gold marks? Nice. The problem with that mythic, aside from its cost, is what do you use it for? It's basically in like a pure yellow kingdom with yellow spam, yet it does blue. It just seems really off. Hey! True Perfect! Look at that! Wow. Okay, we need to do something that's really luck-based. Quick, let's open some Volkies. We have too much luck right now. I need to go consume some of it. Wait. Hold. Let's go make a Volkey detour before we do anything else. We're luck streaking too hard right now. I need to go pull like a pet orb here. Major pet orb. Alright. We might have used up all of our luck already. We're gonna do a couple Volkies. See if we can get anything juicy. Oh, I might have already used up all of my luck. Oh no. Maybe I have to get a fresh Volkey. I don't know. What do we have that we can still grab a Volkey from? Oh, I know. Let's go grab a Volkey from the Journey event or whatever the event was this week. Oh, here it is. Our first chance. Oh, disappointment. Okay, we used up all of our luck already. But maybe it has to be a fresh key. Let's see. Let's go to Guild. Let's go to Invasion. Let's go to Rewards. Let's go... do I even claim a Volkey here? I claim an Epic Volkey. Okay, good. I do claim one. Alright. Let's see what happens if we claim a fresh Volkey. So here's all the rewards for completing out Invasion. Alright, we get nothing. Followed by additional nothing. However, what does the Volkey have in it? Nothing? I think we have truly used up all of our luck if this Volkey has nothing in it. We have wasted it on Dragonite. Well, not really wasted it, but... let's see. What do you have? What do you have? Come on, something good. What are we gonna get? We got... Hey, okay, gems. That's not bad. Not exactly what I was looking for, but I'll take 300 gems. See, it just had to be a fresh gem key. I mean, a Volkey. Should I go use the fresh epic? I normally don't, but, this will truly decide it. Oh, that's gonna ruin my stack, though. We almost never open an epic Volkey, but we got one from the thingy. From the invasion thing. So this is a fresh, off the presses, epic Volkey. So let's see. Is it epic disappointment or something good? Okay, triple orb. Could be okay. That could have been worse. Alright. I'm done testing our luck now. We did good enough. Oh, we have an extra objective today? Do we have something good here for once? Yay, nice. Writs with some deeds. Nice. Oh, purple deeds too, even better. Oh, that's actually pretty solid. 10 writs, 6 purple deeds, and an imperial. Not bad. Or sorry, 6 purple deeds. It's the mythic one that has 10. Because the epic one has 4, the legendary one has 6 and a whatever it's called. What I forget its name all of a sudden. Imperial. It has 6 in Imperial. And then the epic one has 10 and 2 Imperials. Oh, hello, Lester! Welcome, welcome. Oh, why'd I do that? We already had full mana. Whoops. Alright, do I have a cascade there? No, but I don't need it. So we just take that, we take that, we take that. Let that do whatever. Pokety poke win. Hello, Ferguson. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Ricardo, if I didn't already say. Welcome, welcome. Oh, so nice hello, too. Hello, Draco. Oh, we're caught up. Also, hello, Bill Warhammer. I know, but YouTube doesn't like that word, I think. I have no clue. You know, I say that. We did that one stream before we left for the family trip last month. And somehow that video has still not been demonetized. I have no clue how. Because we said some things during that stream. Some things YouTube would, like, instantly... or I feel like YouTube would normally instantly, like, red flag. But, yeah, it still hasn't. No clue how or why. Oh, yeah, we still have Invasion. Oh, no, we don't. We finished it. Good job, Guild. Thank you, Guild. Let's see, how good do we do on contribution? Let's see. Nice. Not last place. Look at that. That's solid. Also, we need to go kick him. I think, what's her name was saying earlier that, he hasn't been around, so... Well, I already seen it too. I just wasn't sure if he was on vacation or something. But yeah, he might be gone because I think he's done like nothing for like 2.5 weeks straight now. So I'll probably kick him going into next week. Oh yeah, don't forget. I completely forgot to mention it, though it's not too relevant. But today's the last day you can switch alliance, while not taking the days of loyalty penalty. You will still take your VP penalty though, so do be wary of that. So if you have a bunch of VP already, it's probably not worth it. But this is the last day that you can change and still maintain your loyalty days, which doesn't really matter too much because unless you have the VP to back it up, it doesn't really do anything. Like, yeah, we have 77 loyalty days right now. But you know what we don't have right now? 560,000 PvP points, or VP, whatever you want to call it. Which we are very far from. What's even sadder is, even though we went for the 180k grind, I think we're like 300th place on leaderboard right now. For one, we're 8th place on our bracket. Our top one is 1.2 million. Well, that's also globally number one right now. There's one other person that went for 1 million just for the sake of it, I guess. But the guy at the top of our leaderboard went for 1.2 mil. That is a lot. We were in 2nd place at one point, but then, yeah, we didn't bother with that much. Let's see, what did it end by the end? Wow, 355k to make leaderboard by the end. That is so high. I have never seen it this high ever in the history of the game. I need to screenshot this, wait. Just for proof later. That is insane. That minimum leaderboard is that high this week. Obviously, it makes sense because of the new PvP system. But I wasn't expecting people to go that crazy with it. That is some grind in there. Alright, is there anything over here that we need? Why is it blinking? Did I do a season goal? No. Oh yeah, that does remind me. We need to go do dailies for everywhere here. There isn't much. All I have to do is do Central Watcher. I might as well do it while I'm here before I forget. Before I do that, though, I should probably go grab our Valhawks, if I could ever figure out what menu in all these menus it is in. Oh, yeah, we do need to do it. Alright, let's go do that right now. I'm just gonna grab basic purple. I don't really need anything fancy. We'll just grab the extra little bit of magic from here. Take out the other thing in Central, grab our gold marks, get in, get out. You end up with 300,000? Nice, huge. Hello, Sushi Ninja! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, 300,000 is really solid. Cindy says bad words in his streams all the time and he doesn't get demonetized. Oh no, YouTube's been very sensitive with it in the past. I think they've gotten a lot more, I don't know, what would the term be for it? I guess lenient? They've gotten a lot more lenient with it in recent years. I don't know, I still don't say anything that would remotely trigger it though. Generally. 99.9% of streams. We'll take green, why not? Get the other poke in there. Alright, do we have to move anything there? I guess I'll just take a blue. Get our full AoE down, should be good to go. Don't think we need to do anything over there. Our last little bit of mana. Get our wand down. Alright, good to go. And now we can go take Central. And we get 12 gold marks for it. This is why we stayed in Central. Or not in Central. This is why we stayed in, what's it called? In Dark Alliance. I didn't actually add up to see how many gold marks we got this week. But I want to say about 80. I don't know. Anyone in Dark Alliance, did you add up the exact amount by any chance of how many gold marks we got this week? I haven't been keeping tabs on it. But I want to say we hit like 80 something. Counting the Blood Frenzy doubles, of course. Which doesn't always happen, but, you know, if it happens on a given week, it still counts. As that double does apply to the gold marks, oddly enough. So you have no way of moving a Blood Frenzy on a given day, so it either happens or doesn't happen. It's not like the silver marks where you can move them. So I just realized we still didn't go get the 3 Valhawks even if we do finish these 3 fights, so yes, we gotta do a little bit more PvP today. And finish on like 190k. Yeah, I got our main objective done. I wanted to rush that 180k and then completely forget PvP exists. That was pretty much my game plan. Rush to max and then do basic bare minimum PvP every day. Like, you know, the amount that you have to do for all rewards, that is. Ooh, this is a sketchy fight. We might actually lose this. Which is problematic because we're on a X number of battles kind of situation here. He did not get skull distracted either. I miss the days when the AI would get skull distracted by literally anything and everything. Those were some funny times. Where the AI 100% of the time would prioritize skulls if there was a 3 option of skull. Leading to a lot of very manipulative plays as far as getting the AI to do absolutely nothing with their turn. Multiple turns in a row. That's been changed for a while now. That's been changed for, gosh, 5, 6, 7 years. I changed that a good while ago. But a lot of like the earlier years of this game, you could just bait the AI every single time with skulls. Which is one of the reasons why skull meta was quite a bit good back then too. Beyond things like Bone Dragon Rockworm. I mean Bone Dragon Great Maul. More so Great Worm Bone Dragon, but you know, same difference. Did we get 0 Valhawks? That's kind of unfortunate. Because I need that number to say 3, not 0. Let's go hunting. What's the thing with the EXP boost not counting in PvP? Oh, whenever you have a monolith active, you get no EXP per battle. And by none, I mean 3. So if you use the EXP boost, you're getting 6, aka 0. But actually, I could show that right now. At the end of this fight, we will get 3 EXP. Because I have a monolith active right now. But yeah, they still haven't fixed it. There was a patch notes that said they did fix it. But it's been like that since the beginning of PvP that it hasn't been fixed and still hasn't been. Oddly enough, there was a patch notes that said it was fixed, but has never actually been fixed. The patch notes simply said that it wasn't actually changed at all. So I'm not sure if they think it is fixed or not. Oh wait, I forgot to do that fight. Well, luckily these fights take like literal seconds, so it's not too big a deal, but I'll show it on this next fight. If I can remember to not click out of it. But yeah, we'll only get 3 XP here because we have a monolith active. If we go check this right over here, it should say 3. And if not, they actually fixed it all of a sudden. Nope, they have not. 3 XP, but yeah. Whenever you have a monolith active, you basically just get no XP per PvP fight. And this has been the case since monoliths have existed since earlier this year. And they have done nothing to fix it still. For reasons I do not know. They have had 3 patches since then, if I'm not mistaken. And one of the patches said it was fixed. And then they've had 2 patches since then. And all 3 of those patches, it has not been fixed. Yeah, eventually. Soon, TM. Statistically, at some point, they have to fix it. A little late now that they're almost done doing PvP updates, other than like Guild War and whatever other small tweaks. Though it will be really funny if next patch somehow doesn't address it. Because at this point, we're getting up to over half a year, I think, without it being fixed. And it's a pretty fundamental issue with PvP right now. It's almost like the equivalence of if you got no gold in PvP. Not quite the same, but very similar. Though it only applies to XP. For reasons I can't quite comprehend why it only does it that way. And it's only when you have a monolith active. You still get XP from PvP if you don't have a monolith active. It's the monoliths that ruin it. I tried to do that to get wand XP, not to do damage. But it missed. We have a problem here. As long as Beatrix misses here, we do win. But I needed to stop clicking. It did not stop clicking. It did not do the thing I needed it to do. They allegedly can't replicate it? What do you mean? It's literally 100% consistently replicatable. You go to a monolith. You complete the monolith up to 5. You then literally do any PvP fight. And then you get 3 XP. Like, I gotta understand if it wasn't, like, consistent. But that bug is 100% consistent. Like, it never not fails to function that way. It has 100% consistency. I can't tell if this is our final Valhalla or not. I know we've seen 3, but I know 1 has ran away, but I can't remember if we've seen a 4th or not by now. And by run away, I mean we lost the fight. To good old Beatrix. They must not know what a monolith is? In all fairness, they keep adding so many things to the game, I'm not surprised. Is I feel like I keep calling things the wrong thing. Like, I know what they are in my head. But there's just so many things in this game that I sometimes call things the wrong thing. Just from the sheer amount they keep adding every year. It also doesn't help that they name something so ridiculously similarly. Like Under Spire and Underworld. There's the 3rd one. Oh, we're done for PvP for the week. Very front-loaded PvP week, but still got everything we needed. We finished out the entire pass. We got all dailies done. The main things that matter for it. And there we go. So I do have a double monolith we can do right now. However, I don't think it's worth it. Is it worth it? You know what? I might do it just so we don't have the weird minus XP nerf tomorrow. Because I only have to win monolith fights. Monolith fights, we're going to be able to do 10. No way are we going to be 1 short. Really? That's unfortunate. Huh. I'm going to be exactly 1 battle short. It's not ideal, but I guess I'll do it now just so we don't have a minus XP boost. But then again, we're still going to have to do it tomorrow. You know what? I'm just going to save it for tomorrow. That way we can do a triple. I'll save it for tomorrow. Because I can't even get the reward today anyways. If we could, then I guess, yeah, maybe. But we're going to be 1 singular monolith fight short. So no point even taking it right now. Anyways, PvP, you're done for the week. Good job, PvP. Alright, invasion, done. Pet rescue, do I need this? Done. Campaign, why did I even check that? Been done. Oh, did I buy campaign yet? I think I did. I need to go buy it. Did I buy basic campaign? No, I need to go do that later. I still haven't bought the campaign for the month. What do we get this month? Steal a bunch of life from the first 2 enemies. Boost. Oh yeah, we ended up getting that one guy from that one faction, except the mythic version of him. It's not bad. Out of everything with the ghost gem mechanic, is definitely the closest to being viable. It's a lot like, well, not quite. I was gonna say Arachnean Weaver. That's not quite like the Arachnean Weaver. But no, it's not bad. Very situational. I would say it's probably closest to Dracula's. In that it's a very slow score reduction life stealing troop. That does a decent amount of life steal while being really tanky. It serves a very similar purpose to Dracula's. But ultimately still weaker than things like Grey King and the such. So probably will not really see much use cases out there. But you never know. It's not a bad tank. It's just very situational to ever really get used. Anyways, let's go to Under Spire. We have 7 torches left, and hopefully we can full scout this place with that. Will that be enough? No, because we have 2 paths. But we'll keep scouting. Wait, we never even found the boss room yet? I need to remember to go use a lantern on it so we can go double it. I remember in Puzzle Quest 3 when I was trying to explain something to Salty back when she was still in the dev team. And I feel like what I was trying to explain, if you actually played the game, was like the most simplest thing ever. But for whatever reason, she just couldn't figure out what I was trying to say. I do remember that. On like the bug reports things there. It was something that was 100% replicatable like every single time. Do I have any PvP Hawks left? No. We have exact number, because we already found our 3. But yeah, you stop getting them at 10 and 11. But if you move up to that number, it's fine. As long as you claim them all for today. I said hello, Outlander! Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. I hope all of you guys have been having a wonderful weekend. Actually, you know what I had for dinner today? It's actually kind of funny. The other person who's been living with us, they went out to an Italian place with a couple of their friends the other day. And because we didn't go, he brought some stuff back for us. And one of those things, there's a couple good things. One of them in particular was a lobster ravioli. And gosh, I haven't had something like that in so long, and it was so good. I'm a big fan of lobster. I having to clean them and everything. But fresh lobster, especially as an ingredient in something, so good. Alright, I'm about to waste this literally just for cleanse, because I actually need to cleanse more than the mana for once. Which, Apothecary, actually back in the day, used to be the best cleanser in the game. If any of you guys remember that back in, like, 2016 or something. It was a long while ago. But there actually was a point in the game where Apothecary and Mercy were the best cleansers in the game. In all fairness, Mercy still is one of the best cleansers in the game, oddly enough. Mostly because it's Empower Cleanse. There are some replacements for it these days, like Sister Superior and the such. But Apothecary is one of those that kind of fell off, mostly because the troop type of converters like this, which were really popular back in the day, have kind of fallen off in the meta. Just because they've added a billion different mana accumulators that are way better than that. But, yeah, I kind of miss those metas. Back when, like, Valkyrie was the entire meta of the game, back when it was, like, the only thing that gained souls. Or even previous to that, Alchemist. Which was one of the only ways to really gain gold in battle. Then it became a Valkyrie, then it became Apothecary. It was basically like the cycle of the game for early game mana accumulation. Before we had things like Leprechaun and such. It was Alchemist when the game first started. Then it shifted into a Valkyrie for like a good solid year. As well as basically just a abundance of blue spam teams. Because of course she creates blue. So blue was a very heavy biased thing. Since everyone needed souls to level up everything. And she was the greatest way of gaining souls at the time. Pretty much the only way. And then it shifted into Apothecary. And then eventually shifted into other mana accumulators. Like Firebomb, Leprechaun. Similar things. Even Siren to some degree when 2.0 came out and it got Empower. Siren was never really popular to run though. It was always one of those things that was ran as a Empower mana accumulator. But has always been kind of underwhelming in every meta ever in the game. Like, it's never been bad. It just has the, what's it called? Which was also ran back in the day. The Elspeth issue. In that sometimes you just miss with gem spawn and just give the enemy, like, infinite value. And because of that, it's too much of a liability to generally run. It's why you almost never run Elspeth or Siren. Is when they work really well. But if you miss, not only do you get 0 value for yourself, but you also just handed the enemy infinite value. And it's just really bad when that happens. You just completed Under Spire with no real issues? Nice. Oh no, I skipped on it this time around just out of convenience. It was just kind of an annoying week. Like, it's definitely doable. Probably would have taken like an extra hour compared to like weeks we have better damage sources. But it's definitely doable. Like with these stats. Like anything is doable with these stats. We can go in with just hero weapon and we would eventually win. It could be a weapon that does almost nothing, and just a barrier brown hero class would eventually whittle them down to nothing. Is this lethal? Oh, it is. It's actually exact damage. Go figure. That was the exact amount of damage required to win. The final hit of 35 hit him for 35 of his remaining durability of 35. Technically overkilled on the other 2 hits, but still. The final hit was on the 35 HP. With a 35 hit. With our 35 damage. Alright, we don't need to touch any of that. I'm actually gonna do a weird move and directly target last slot. Main reason for this is he has resummoned and is by far the most annoying thing on that team. Also, why did I do that? I converted the wrong one. We should never convert like that when we have something that already converts the same color. Whoops. That should be way more than enough. Ooh, we found a double dead end. That means the other way is guaranteed boss room. That does mean we have to spend 50 extra gems today, unfortunately, but not that big a deal. Because I do want to full scout this place. If we're not going all the way, we might as well full scout up to where we do end up doing. I said, hello, Rob! Welcome, welcome. I said, hello, Tyrion, if I didn't say hi. Did you shiny hunt for Pokemon this weekend? Did they have one of those things? I'm not even sure if they did. Also, I got 0 plushies when we did Paleo today. We had a plushie drought. Though in all fairness, we weren't really necessarily trying to focus on plushies. We're kind of doing a bunch of different things. That game is pretty chill. The good old cozy games. It's an interesting genre. Also, I found the mechanic finally in that game that's similar to what the Harvest Moon games do. And I hate it so much. It was probably one of the most annoying things about the Harvest Moon games, and Stardew Valley did it too. And now every, like, what would you call it? I guess cozy game like ends up doing it now too. Where you end up getting like this task list of a billion different items that you need to go bring to some kind of shrine or some kind of storyline relevant location. But the weirdest thing is, I don't think it really breaks it down by seasons like a lot of the other ones do, so it's not as overwhelming. Because the way that the Harvest Moon games do it is, okay, we will give you a billion things, but they're only related to this season. So if you're in spring right now, all these objectives you need to go do are related to spring. So get them done before the end of spring. But in this game, there isn't really like a season equivalent, so here, they just give you a gigantic list of, here's everything, go get it. No specific season or anything, just a billion items. Which is not ideal. It's like those fetch quests, if the fetch quests made you do the entire game. Just to finish one quest. Let's see. What do we need here? We'll take that one down. You keep mentioning that there's a Tondozo Mightiest Mark. Oh, wait, is there? Wait, is that still going? Or did it already end this weekend? Is there another weekend? Because I didn't do it this weekend. It should already be over by now this weekend. Oh, no. Oh, it's all the way until next weekend? Oh, okay. I don't know, I can do it whenever. If Isabel also hasn't done it yet. Otherwise, I might just grab it real quick if it's still going. Because most of those are pretty easy to just mash click A in public lobby. Just get an average support that can just work for any team. Mash the A button. And at some point, a public lobby will eventually complete it. You haven't yet? Okay. Oh, it's one of the annoying ones. Oh, that's not ideal. Wait, I forget. Does Oblivious also not take into account negative reductions? Like, if your character goes to -6 special attack and you use a special attack move, does it just count it as neutral? Or does it still account for the reduction? I forget how that works in Pokemon. Because I know it makes buff stats not count, but does it also make non-buff stats not count? Because last time I recall, I believe it does. So if you're like -6, it still counts as 0 instead of -6. Alright, oh, you take that. Get our pokety poke. Oh, okay. Yeah, you could just use the shield bypassing moves then. Okay, that's not too hard then. Honestly, Chilling Water that they added in the most recent, version of the game, really solid. They've added quite a few of those recently. I wonder if they did it, I guess, deliberately because of the mechanic that's in the game. Because it works really, really well for it. Which makes sense. Alright, there it is. The boss room. We'll go lantern it, then hand out a redeem code. And then, wait, is that every daily and weekly then? I think it might be. We might be done. Oh no. We may have depleted everything. We may have depleted it all. Alright, what do we do? Convert? Do we have alignment? No. How about now? No. How about now? Apothecary should. We do that. Throw a hammer at him. And do we have a convert anywhere? Yeah, we could do it right there. Grab our pokety poke over there. Get an apothecary somewhere's here. Can we do anything? Yellow. Go, yellow, go. Get a big hammer on him. Should probably take another brown, though. I already had full mana, so I guess it doesn't matter. Pokety poke you. Probably shouldn't leave the dragon live to last, but oh well. I think that's one more hammer into one last pokety poke. Why does it feel like every convert we've done this entire battle has been yellow? There's not even any yellow star making it more common. It's just that kind of happening. Go figure. Ah, there we go. Double silver, double epic Volkey. And that is complete, with 2 torches remaining. Which, let me guess, we got a double torch reward at some point this week. That made it, so we have 2 extra torches that do nothing. We full scouted the entire first floors, as we intended to do. And that is all we came to do. And obviously there's nothing left we could do with 2 torches. So that is Under Spire completed, or at least as far as we intended to complete it this week. Alright, Tribute still hasn't been done, but obviously next Tribute, we just click on it, we're good to go. Pet we already did, Invasion. Okay, yeah, we're done with everything. You know what that means? We were getting some really good luck at the beginning of the stream. Let's go cash it in. Let's keep going on Volkeys. Might as well. We got that 300 gem drop earlier. Yeah, we'll hand out at least one more code. We'll probably do it on the next, like, semi-okay drop, I guess. I would hand out extras, but I'm actually running pretty low for the rest of this month. And in case we don't get them until later. Also, now there's not a second person to go remind them because game key isn't getting them anymore. Wait, am I the only person getting codes now? Who's the other person who hands out codes? Is there anyone? Because Cynical doesn't because he's on a different platform. Rob normally just does videos and doesn't stream normally. Oh no, is there anyone who still streams PC mobile? I can't even think. That actually hands out codes these days? None but me. We're the last survivor. Do I still keep up with Puzzle Quest? I personally haven't been, but Isabel's been running my Puzzle Quest 3 guild for me. We were the #1 guild in the game. I think we've gone down to about 5 over time. But, yeah, Isabel keeps up with it. I personally haven't been recently. I've been meaning to go back to it. I think they're almost at the 3rd anniversary. I played it for a solid year and a half during its beta. But then after launch, I basically stopped playing after, like, a month. Like, I did for a couple weeks and then just kind of stopped. But I don't know, that game had a few problems for me that supposedly they fixed almost all of them by now. So that's good. I just haven't given it a chance since I've stopped playing it. But I need to at some point. It's on the list of things we need to go do but keep not doing. It's on the very long list of backlogged games we need to revisit. But no, I don't keep up with it these days. I also covered very few videos when it first came out. Even though we had like such good knowledge on the game at the time, I only covered like a few things. Most of which are probably outdated, I would assume by now, given that they've updated like a ton by this point. 2025 for Puzzle Quest 3? No. Honestly, I might do it sometime next month, because I want to do it before Brighter Shores, if we can. And Brighter Shores, while no official date yet, is likely September. It's likely late September or sometime in October. No official date yet, though. So sometime between now and then, we definitely need to go revisit Puzzle Quest 3. I'm not even sure what I would do once I get back in, though. Because there's so much we'd have to catch up on. I don't know, Isabel could probably explain it to me. We would definitely need Isabel for that stream. We could also rejoin the guild maybe for a week or so. Though I will probably relieve it, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be coming all the way back to Puzzle Quest 3. My biggest issue with why I left was mostly the daily system. I know they probably tweaked it since then, but the daily system just became way too long. At one point, it was taking like 2.5 hours to do the daily system. Which is kind of insane for a daily system in a game. Anything that starts to exceed an hour is kind of crazy. Like, we did absolutely pretty much everything that you could do for the daily system today for Gems of War, and it took like 40 minutes. The only thing we skipped on was Under Spire, just because I already have Under Spire done. But Under Spire, if you're just quick killing, it takes like 10 minutes. So if you just add that, it would have taken 50 minutes then for everything. Which is not even an hour. Which is still kind of high, but I feel like a lot of Gems Awards dailies are pretty optional. The ones that are really good take like 15 minutes total, not even. Because it's mostly dungeon, which takes like 2 minutes later in the game. Adventure board, which also takes about 2 minutes later in the game. And, I don't know, what else is really important? There's not too much else. It's like really, really important at a given time. Also because Vault Weekends just make up for so much loot. And as long as you play Vault Weekends and do like a few of the dailies here and there, you're pretty much good to go. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Does Puzzle Quest 3 have an equivalent of Vault Weekends, by the way, Isabel? Have they added that? Because that would be a good week to try the game again. Would be to do it during their equivalence of a Vault Event weekend. Is that a thing? Do they have like power weekends of some kind where you gain like more loot or more something? I feel like a lot of free-to-play games do that, like, once a month these days. Just one single weekend of, like, here's a ton of loot, go crazy. Hey, we just got 300 gems. Speaking of a ton of loot, go crazy. That's from last Vault event weekend. Because that's what all these Vault keys are from, of course. Actually, let me go hand out code. I said on the next big drop. And we actually rolled 300 gems twice tonight. That's our second time. Which is kind of funny, because I haven't even hit the 120 roll yet. So I've hit the rare roll twice already. Unfortunately, that's the only thing good we've gotten all night, though, off of them. Oh, we have rolled it twice. Just feels weird rolling it twice without rolling the weaker one. I believe it's about 5 times rarer. But maybe not, because honestly, the way that we pull it, it doesn't feel like it's that much rarer. It just fumble around. It'd almost be like the new player experience, except not exactly the new player experience. But no, I really do just want to peek at it someday just to kind of see. See what my impressions are after like 3 years. If they've improved it much. Because we're already at the point where we have like a basis for the account. So it's not like we're starting like completely fresh. So it'd be a good idea where like a player would be after like a couple months in the game. Even though we played it for a year, I'm pretty sure progress is way quicker now compared to back then. It's kind of funny when you think of Gems of War as well. The amount of progress that you would have gotten in the first 3 years when this game launched. Like Gems of War, that is. If you played for 1 month in current state of game, as in from Vault Weekend to next Vault Weekend, you would have more loot than someone who played 3 years. If they played the first 3 years of Gems of War. The economy is just inflated that much with resources and the rate at which you can accumulate everything. I know, I need to go kick the one person. I've been meaning to. I did see the message, I just haven't gotten around to it. Honestly, I could do it right now on stream, why not? I was mentioning it earlier that we need to. Might as well do it now so I just don't forget. Because I'm probably going to get distracted by, food. Because I mentioned that lobster ravioli thing earlier, but that was not enough to hold me down. I need to go make something later. Stream Kick is the best Kick? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you mean the streaming platform of Kick? I don't know, we tried Mixer that one time, and then Mixer died like a few months later. If I tried Kick, will it die a few months later as well? We tried that once. And then it died. Oh, when you kick someone from guild on stream. Oh. I misunderstood what you were saying there. Oh yeah, let me go kick the person. Let's see. Where to go? Roster. Yeah, they've been at 0 for a couple weeks now. When did it say they last logged in? View profile. 16 days ago. Oh, that's quite a while. That's like half a month. Without, like, any mention of it happening. Alright, demote nose kick. Just double checking everything, make sure it's the right person and everything. I have never accidentally kicked the wrong person, but you never know. It could definitely happen. It has been done. Do we have anyone to replace it, by the way? Otherwise, if anyone's interested, we got a spot. I'm not sure if we have anyone on the backlog to go replace them with now. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I was heading to Central Spire as if that's PvP. Wrong Central Spire. Anyways, what were we doing? More Volkies. I think we'll do it until we get down to a nice solid number. I want to say 150? Maybe we'll go a little lower than that. Okay, you do have a member waiting? Okay. I wasn't sure. I don't keep tabs on our waiting list much these days, so... Because I know sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's multiple people, sometimes it's 0. It's kind of all over the place. What if I accidentally kick Isabel? Well, the gift button is right next to the kick button, so you never know. I've never accidentally misclicked it yet, but you never know. I'm not sure why those two buttons are next to each other. That is very strange game design. It's like, what would you like to do to a guildmate? You have two choices. Would you like to reward them? Or inches away, kick them? Two very different things. I just don't understand why, from an interface perspective, you would have those two buttons next to each other. It seems like really bad game design. Like, obviously there's not, like, too much room to put stuff there, but still. It seems like a really bad spot to put a gift button and or kick button. You crafted the Grey King on alt today? Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, today's the last day to get, aside from the PvP thing I was mentioning, today's also the last day to get Grey King if you want to in Soulforge. Otherwise, you might have to wait a good several months. Or for the next Golvania event. Hey, we found a Volky in our Volky. But yeah, Grey King's really great for PvP. If you find yourself losing in PvP, it's probably the best thing you can get to just not lose. It's really good at not losing. It's basically modern Arachnean Weaver. Like, what Arachnean Weaver was for Guild Wars is what Grey King is right now for PvP. It is absurdly good against pure color teams, particularly in the inner ring where everyone is forced to have to use a pure color team. Though even in Central Spire, a lot of people are still running basically pure color teams, so even there you can end up utilizing it quite well. And of course you can also use it for Undead, you can use it for Golvania restrictions. They don't pop up as often, but still possible to use it there. Have Russian roulette and randomly kick someone. Watch it land on me. We put everyone into a random number generator from 1 to 30. And it will land on 1. Now, we've gotten like a different orb almost every time from the major orb, yet have not gotten a single good orb from it a single time. We've cycled like every orb in its drop table except the good ones. At some point we have to roll the good ones. There's somewhere in there. Hey, that reminds me. Vault event's in like 2 weeks from now, isn't it? Keep forgetting that's kind of right around the corner. Yeah, not next weekend, but the weekend after that. I'm pretty sure it's Vault weekend. Yeah, it is. Not next weekend, but the following weekend. This weekend we have the faction expansion, and the weekend after that is Vault weekend. Feels like we just had one. I'm still using the keys from it. That's when you know you've still kind of recently had a Vault event. Is if you're trying to get down to 0 keys, yet still have keys from the previous Vault event. It's probably pretty recent. I could have taken that for red. Oh, I didn't even see that. I'm still really bad at taking wild cards sometimes. In Puzzle Quest 1, it always drove me crazy. Because I feel like there was always some, like, absurdly obvious moves that I just didn't see. And Gems of War wild cards are really similar. My brain can't fully process a 6-colored object, or a every-colored object. Technically in Puzzle Quest 1 it was 4-colored. But, it struggles to comprehend every alignment that it can do. Just because you have to factor in every color, but also unfactor skulls and various power gems. Who has time to open Vault keys? Do you have over 10,000 Vault keys yet? Why do I feel like your stack is like 5 digits big? Like, do you have a stack of Vault keys so big that's basically like maps and that you can physically never actually use them all? Because that sounds like something you would do. You would farm Vault events so hard that you don't even have enough time to open all the Vault keys. Can you open your Vault keys? You only have 3,000. That's still a lot. You know how long it takes to open 3,000 Vault keys? Because we're winning like, what, 3 times a minute? Counting loading screens and everything. That means at max we're doing like 180 an hour. Normally a little less since there's some downtime with the orbs and other things in between. That's like 180 an hour, which means opening that many is, gosh, almost 20 hours. Like when you do them gradually, it's not that bad, but it takes a while to open a lot of vault keys in this game, since you have to do them one at a time. Even with a one-shot team like Stellar, it still takes a while. Alright, we're gonna get to a nice solid number here. I think we'll end it here at 140. I think that's a nice number. We want to go down to 120 to make it the next nice number. And we got the Queen of Wands. Nothing particularly relevant there, though. Hey, tribute's ready. Hey, technically our final goal has been completed. Here it is. I have no clue how that is my only third tribute today, but apparently I've been slacking on tribute today. That's mostly because I woke up, did some things in the morning, took tribute then. Then we did Palia all day. Then I ate, took tribute again. And then we did Gems of War stream. Then about to eat again, take tribute again. And then we sleep. But anyways, guys, I think we'll end it there for now. But tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow we'll have a video going up on all the things for the week. It will be up at the correct time. We had to cover it a day late last week because we ended up kind of crashing during that morning because I didn't sleep the previous night. Then we streamed at like 3 a.m. And then by 8 a.m. I was like, I'm way too tired to do this. And then we kind of stopped. And then I slept all day, basically. But this time around, we will get it up at a reasonable time on Monday. And it will not be delayed by an entire day from doing PvP shenanigans. But yeah, we'll have the normal time video, all the normal stuff we go over, and go from there. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. We'll catch you guys soon. And goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.